In this video, I used the One Punch Man data pack to fight against all of anime. Well, all of the anime I could anyway, since this data pack is in 1.16.5, so I installed all the anime mods available in that version, all of which will be linked in the description. My goal was simple, just kill everything within 100 days. Everyone from Muzan to Sukuna to the Nine-Tailed Fox to Zawarudo. Just everyone. I spawned into a Demon Slayer forest and started off as per usual by getting wood. Except no, psych, I didn't get a single piece of wood this entire playthrough. Didn't need it, you'll see. I really started by killing this cursed spirit. His first form had 120 health and his second had 300, but I was able to kill both in one punch with my weak punches, by the way. And if you couldn't tell, this is pretty much the whole video. After that, I got these sweet potatoes. They spawned all over the world during this playthrough, so I had way too many. At some points, I even wished I had a backpack to carry them all. But even though I didn't have one, you can get your own special Brevis backpack by typing /Brevis on Pixelmon To Go server, and to get there, download Pixelmon To Go's launcher with my link in the description. God, I really had to try hard for that transition, I hope you appreciate it. Anyway, Pixelmon To Go has a bunch of other awesome features as well, such as VoiceChat, Dancing Emotes, and Costumes. They also run daily events such as big boss fights and entertaining shows where people sing or perform. This is what the textures and costumes look like in-game, and it's all in this amazing launcher that you can log into with either Microsoft or Mojang. All you have to do is press play to start your adventure. Click the link in the description to download for free. And thanks again to Pixelmon To Go for sponsoring. After that, I explored my nearby surroundings by yeeting myself into the air, which is also a feature of this data pack. You can jump insanely high with this. I was just using the weak jumps, but you'll see what the stronger jumps are like later. After that, I found myself another cursed spirit, even weaker than the last one, so I think you can predict how it went. The next victim was a vampire. This was from a really cool JoJo mod. It pretty much covers JoJo parts 1 to 2, which is really cool since most focus on the later parts, so give it a try if you're a fan of early JoJo. Then I found Toge. Sorry Toge stans, I did say I was gonna kill everything, no exceptions. Next up was Mahito. This I didn't feel bad about in the least. Man had 400 health, but again, my weak punch was all it took. This data pack is just nuts, man. Same thing with Yuki, who had 420 health. I mean, nice number, but it wasn't enough to save him. Now, I'm not gonna keep on listing Jujutsu Kaisen character names. This is supposed to be about all of anime, but the Jujutsu mobs just spawn way more than others for some reason. So here's just a quick montage of the slaughter. My bad if any of these kills hurt your feelings, but it had to be done for science. Oh yeah, also I forgot about the shaders, my bad. Much better. After that, I went exploring for a bit. It would be a waste if I didn't with these gorgeous shaders on after all. I found a Mugen Train biome and along with it, Mugen Train. Looks pretty nice. After that, I found these Attack on Titan structures. They had cool items in them. If you want to see them in action, go watch my 100 Days in Attack on Titan video, but they weren't going to be too useful for me while I had Saitama's powers. A little bit later, it turned to nighttime and I killed my first demon, the Hand Demon. Well, that's a first, and as per usual, I also joined the Demon Slayer Corps. Again, those items weren't going to be too useful for me. After that, I ran into lower rank 2, and again, my weak punch was all it took. Same thing with upper rank 5. He tried to transform into his final form mid-punch, but unfortunately, he wasn't quite fast enough. When the sun rose, I went to get myself some more food, because being a hero for fun is some pretty calorie-intensive work if you didn't know. I then found this pillar thingy. No clue what it is. I tried to look around to see if a mob or something would spawn, but nah, just nothing. I then used my normal jumps, yes, these are called normal jumps, to explore the world a little bit more. And also destroy it a little bit, but what you gonna do? I found a forest, then within that forest I came upon this structure. It had some diamonds in it, which I'll never say no to, but also these coin thingies. No idea what they're for, and hey, I never will in this playthrough because all I'm here to do is kill things. On that note, when night fell, I found Ubuyashiki's mansion and Mahito. Again, I hate him, so I was glad to help the master with his pest problem. After that, I came across Sukuna, who had his domain expansion activated because he was fighting someone. No problem, I could just walk through that and use my serious punch to kill both of them. Yeah, that leaves quite the crater if you didn't know. After that, I found some really big titans, so I used a serious punch on them too, and yeah, my guys flew. Later on, I found Sukuna again, and thought, hey, I already killed him with my serious punch, let's try the weak one. And yeah, he was a one hit, with the weak punch. 1000 damage in one hit. Later I found upper rank 2 and same deal, one hit. And hey, he dropped his hat, I'll be taking that, thank you very much. After that I ran around for a bit more and found upper rank 1. This time it took 3 hits for each of his 3 transformations, I'll give him that, but yeah, still didn't even take more than 5 seconds total. And he dropped his head. I guess this was added in a new update, and yeah, I think I look pretty beautiful with this thing on personally. Tell me what you think. Oh yeah, I'm sure some of you are wondering what the serious jump looks like. I'm only gonna show this a few times because, you know what, just look for yourself. Yeah, the word overkill might be a bit of an understatement to describe that. But that wasn't the last time I would be launched into the air that day, because later I ran into Gojo, and this is what the man did to me. Just take a look for yourself, and this was my reaction to it live.
He's taking me to Mars! What the f- I'm going to Mars, boys! What the f-
Yeah, let's just not talk about that, and get into some more fights. Well, if you can even still call them fights, I don't know anymore. But first, I used my special jumps to take a look at the damage I'd caused. Just look at that dude, and that was from only a few punches. After running around for a while more, I found myself the Beast Titan. If you've seen my Attack on Titan video, you'll know that things didn't end too well for me when I fought him. I won't spoil anything else except that. So I wanted to test out whether I could survive his insanely deadly hits with my One Punch Man powers, and I could, and yet again, a weak punch was all it took to kill him. Well, after that, I couldn't wait to try it out on another Titan, and I'm sorry, but I spawned in the Colossal Titan. If you think that's cheating, fine, but the main point of this video is to test out my One Punch Man powers against as many anime bosses as possible, so I'm gonna do that. Again, yeah, a weak punch was all it took. Later, I found 3 large Titans, and I thought I would do a little science experiment. I went up to them and used a serious jump to see if the explosion from it would be enough to kill them, and long story short, it did. So yeah, that's another discovery about this data pack. Later, I ran into a bunch of upper rankers, and a couple clicks was all it took to get rid of that problem, and soon after, I saw the Muzan boss bar appear. I looked around for literally like 5 minutes and couldn't find him, so I just decided to spawn him in. Yeah, this is gonna be an ongoing theme. Again, if you don't like it, just click off, it's fine. Anyway, I spawned him in and wanted to check if a weak punch would work on him too, and it did. You know what, maybe that was a fluke, let's try it a couple more times. Alright then. Okay, so remember how Gojo yeeted me to the moon earlier? Well, I was wondering whether I could kill him, but he didn't die. Okay, maybe this was it. Maybe this was the limit of my power, but I still needed to try my serious punch, so I did, and the answer is mixed. So the punch opened up a hole to bedrock, and yes, broke the bedrock. So I think it pushed Gojo into the void, which killed him. I personally consider that a kill, but if you think that's not a real kill, let me know. So at this point, I just wanted to see if there was anyone I couldn't kill, so here's a compilation of me finding that out. After most humanoid things were out of the way, I even tried out Tailed Beast and Susanoo's. But again, one serious punch to the moon was all it took for Shukaku, Kurama, and Sasuke Susanoo. Next, I thought I'd try the one man who could possibly match up to One Punch Man. One Punch Man. I spawned in Saitama. Well, he couldn't do it either. GG boys, I guess I'm the new protagonist. Well, this was quite the experience. Let me know if there are any mobs you think could kill me while I'm like this. I'm curious. Preferably from anime mods, but just in general too. This data pack is on 1.16.5 for reference, so like the king from Orspawn isn't an option unfortunately. I would have really wanted to try that one out. But yeah, tell me if you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and subscribe, and other than that, I'll see you all next time. Peace.